Right. I could not talk about it. You guys must have known it was coming, and I'm aware that this video is going to be a couple of weeks late, but welcome back to Octane's Oracle. It's really coincidental that I just filmed a video talking about how I was almost running out of Octane's Oracle ideas, and then the Titanic was immediately revealed. And yeah, we're going to talk about it. I've got quite a lot to say on this one. I actually really love the set. I think it's great looking, and we'll get all into why later. So first thing I wanted to do today is look through the pictures. So I've got the brick set page open here, and I'm just going to talk you through it. So wow, firstly it's incredible. Everyone said it, but Mike Psyche has done an incredible job with the techniques. There's new stuff here that it just wow. The techniques are just amazing, and you can't false it. There's been a lot of love put into this one, and you can see I sort of struggle for words with stuff like this because what am I supposed to add to this? What has not been said? It's just incredible. I mean, this should be the biggest set ever. I'm very much in the camp of that the world map doesn't count. As lovely as it is, great for the people that love it. It's a load of studs and they're not all used. It's not the largest set ever. You can fight me on that. I don't care. As far as I'm aware, the Colosseum currently has the record, and then on November 1st, that will be the Titanic. And what a deserving set. So much more deserving than the Millennium Falcon. All the Star Wars fans can unsubscribe now, but as nice as the Millennium Falcon was, it did not deserve to have that record, and that's a whole other topic for another video. But we're here to talk about the Titanic. Firstly, box art, absolutely gorgeous. Love the gold colouring, love all the side arc, I love the naming piece, and I want to talk about that interior box art as well. That is another fabulous thing. I love the way that they did it. Really good job that they did it in 3 sections. I'll be coming back to that later when we get to that picture. But just the details and the angles are just honestly so incredible. Now, if anyone didn't know, I'm actually a big fan of the Titanic, not the movie, the original boat. Absolute tragedy, but it's so fascinating, all the different things that went wrong on that day, and not to mention the nature of the boat, and just how it looks. It has achieved almost celebrity status, and I spent a lot of my earlier life trying to find out as much as I could about the Titanic, and while I don't remember a lot of it now, those memories still stick with me, and I have a lot of respect for this model because of that, and it's one that I definitely want to get. Now, that price tag, pretty extreme, I know. However, if we talk about it in terms of price per piece, again, we're going to slam the Millennium Falcon here because that's a ridiculous price in comparison. Although I would have preferred this to be the same price as the Colosseum, I agree with the pricing for this one. I'm perfectly happy paying the extra 100 here in the UK. Um, I I am you're just getting so much value here. You're getting a building experience. You're getting a model of incredible size and scale, incredible detail, and incredible time and energy put into it. Not to mention the amount of pieces as well. Like, it's good on price per piece. It's good for value. It's good on displayability. It's practically perfect. Now, obviously, it's not entirely perfect. There are a couple of maritime naval issues, but I'm not a naval expert, so I'm not going to focus on those. However, I did want to bring up some of the most accurate points, e.g. the 3 sails and like the flags that it's flying are perfectly accurate. The flags on the United States flag absolutely match the 1912 like edition. All the little baby railings, the anchors, the poles, the fact that you can adjust the telegraph pole to make it taut is amazing because we all know those string pieces don't work perfectly. And then also the shaping, particularly the deck lines are honestly just incredible looking. I'm actually a big fan that they bothered to include some interior segments. Now, me personally, I would have preferred some removable side panels so that we could get something like a bulkhead. The bulkheads to me are one of the most interesting parts. The fact that they didn't come up all the way through, and then we would have also got the staircase as well. Although I like that they didn't just go for suites. The fact that they did the little swimming pool, even if it's in the wrong place, that's perfect. And then the little lounges at the top make great use of that compass piece. Another small detail like that I'm particularly fond of is the lifeboats. The fact that there's an accurate amount of lifeboats, accurate amount of funnels. I was absolutely terrified that, given the track record that sometimes the LEG group have, that we would see only 3 funnels on the Titanic and it would be the biggest bluff of the century. But no, we've got our 4th fake funnel right there. And then we've also got all of our lifeboat cranes, and I'm just shocked by how good it looked. Like, I knew it would be good. I have an expectation that a model like this will be amazing, but wow, it's just incredible. Like, all the little details, all the colouring, and I really hope the dark red colour mismatching isn't too big of a problem. I have to say, probably my least favourite part is the name plaque. don't love the way it looks. Like, I love the idea of using the typewriter tiles, but I think it's just a bit too simple. Um, the cranes all look absolutely fabulous. I've moved on to the next picture. I think in particular the benches stand out, the funnels, the lifeboats are definitely my favourite detail. All of the little portholes looks about to be the most repetitive part. And I have to say, out of the three segments, the one I'm least looking forward to is the middle. I think the middle is by far the most repetitive of the sections, but only because there's no shaping. The front would be second, but the part I look forward to the most is the back. I mean, the techniques that have gone into that back segment, not to mention the way those propellers stick out, the system technique integration, the way that back deck looks raised up, the snot work, the details, the funnel. That back section has everything that is amazing about this model packed into one, and I'm really, really excited about that part. Like, if I only got to build a segment, and hopefully I'll get to build all three, it would be the back part. Not to mention it has the engines as well. The only thing it doesn't have is the swimming pool. Technically, it's literally the only unique part that no other section has. But oh wow, I could gush about it for hours. There's a lot going on here. That there's a lot to love. There's so much to love. The techniques, the experience. Now, judging by people's build times, they seem to be only taking about 10 hours. I would expect it to be slightly longer, so I think I'm going to have to artificially slow myself down for this one. I think that's the problem with microscale builds, is they tend to go a bit quicker because all the details in there. Like the question block only having 13 bags, that's because it's all microscale. Feels a bit iffy to me, but there's nothing we can really do about that because the end result is incredible. I think it deserves to be that large. I agree with the comment they made that they didn't intend for it to be that large. It just sort of happened, and I think that that is amazing. Just that they did it justice, and then all the small details that they did get right. It just wow. Oh wow. So I'm just looking at the last couple of pictures here, just trying to see if there's anything extra I want to talk about with the design. I suppose I should mention the Easter egg for Tiago. Was another great choice. If he originally pitched the idea, that's wonderful to see it in there. I think it's a bit morbid that the piece was used as a gravestone, but we'll ignore that. I want to talk about the joke promos, as much of a tragedy as it was. If they did do an iceberg promo, that would be kind of crazy, to be honest. Be really, really nice. Interior packaging, absolutely stand out. You know I'm a sucker for my boxes, and that golden design for the outline is just perfection. The three booklets, great idea. Three brick separators is actually a really smart move, although I don't think I would be selfless enough to let anyone else build the other thirds. I think I'd have to do it myself once and then take it apart and then do it with people again. But it's definitely one that I think I want to do with people at some point, if I have friends. um, if we move on from looking at the images, I've talked about the price. I think it's incredibly good value. The 18 plus works perfectly. Ah, yes, that's what I wanted to talk about, and I think that this is very important. We're going to talk about the not issue, but my fear with this, especially following the Boeing aircraft, not the Boeing aircraft, the Osprey. If there are a group of people out there right now listening to this that want this set gone for whatever reason, I would like to politely request that you withdraw your problems. Or if you're going to have problems, bring up your problems with the first company that did this. It is well known that LEGO is not the first brick building toy company to do a Titanic model, and by far they have done it most respectfully, considering they didn't include the iceberg, which would be a bad thing. They also didn't base it off the movie, which I'm very, very grateful for, and it has been done respectfully to its form as the ship should be known if it wasn't a disaster. Now, that's not ignoring the fact that it was an absolute tragedy. People died. That is very important. However, this is not some capitalist move building off this. Everyone's done it. There's a Titanic museum that has paid entry. There's so many other Titanic products that people have been milking. The movie that made, what, 1 billion, was it? Now is not the time to take an issue for this set. So for my sake and the rest of the people that really want to have this respectful piece of history in their home, people that have loved this ship and want to know this piece of history, I would like to respectfully ask that we do not get this set cancelled. Please. Um, I know that if you're related to people, this is going to be a very sensitive issue and that one that that really, really is awful. But This is going to help raise awareness. The instruction manual has plenty of details. I'm sure that they worked in close collaboration with White Star Lines or someone that has the blueprints or the museum, because I guarantee you they would have had to have got this thing approved by someone. I know it's like 100 years old, but they said they worked from the blueprints, so they've worked with someone. And I would not be surprised if the official museum ends up with a copy of this set. So, frankly, there is nothing wrong. There is nothing hideous about this set. If you're gonna pose a problem, throw a problem at the Death Star, throw a problem at the Colosseum. This has been amazingly respectfully done, and I think that really shines through here. And I do not believe it deserves to be cancelled. I believe it deserves to have this crowning jewel of achievement, and it is a set that I want. Now, talking about wanting it, I am definitely getting this set. Colosseum comes first for me still. As much as I love this one, and I probably love it more than the Colosseum, I'm still going to get the Colosseum first because it's closer to retirement, even though I'm filled with the dread of this set getting cancelled now. And then I think I aim to have it by the end of 2021. Would be 2022 even, my goal. Less than a year would be nice, I think. I think I can do it. I think if I work hard, we can get there, and I can have this behemoth, and it can fill my shelf, and it will look lovely, and I cannot wait. As much as I'm excited for the Colosseum and the other sets that are going to come in between that, Character Pack Series 4 and all the other sets, and if we get Zelda sets, this is currently behind the Colosseum, top of my list, and it deserves to be there. It deserves all the praise it's getting. There is practically nothing wrong with it. It's one of the greatest sets of all time. The techniques are amazing. It looks stunning, and I cannot wait to own this one. So, on that further note, I'd like to hear your opinions of the Titanic down below. If I've missed anything, I might even make a follow-up video. Don't forget to come back next week because I've got important questions that need answering about Octane's Oracle, about how we're going to go forward, and stuff like that. So, consider subscribing if you enjoy this kind of video. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.